Hurricanes remain perfect in the postseason. They topped the Flyers 4-1. They are now one win away from a second straight trip to the conference final. It's the NHL on TNT postgame show presented by Vanda Pharmaceuticals. Liam McHugh, Paul Bissonnette, Anson Carter, and Henrik Lundqvist. This is a dominant run right now by both top seeds. We know what Colorado's doing in the West, but in the East, this is a Carolina team that kind of flew under the radar for a lot of the season, despite the fact that they were the best team in the East. We spent a lot of time talking about other teams, but we want to put a graphic up here just to demonstrate what they have done in this postseason, because defensively and goaltending-wise, they've been extremely stingy, and it has led to them being 7-0. Teams to win first 7 playoff games and allow less than 10 goals all time. Carolina, one of 4 teams. The others, the 94 Rangers, 69 St. Louis Blues, and 1952 Detroit Red Wings. A big reason why this is happening is the man who joins us right now, Freddie Andersen. Freddie, thanks for coming on. You stopped 18 of 19, and it actually hurt your save percentage tonight. That's how great you've been this postseason. I've got Henrik Lundqvist for you.
Freddie, congrats on tonight, on the playoffs so far. You've been lights out. So other than the fact that you're playing with a ton of confidence right now, what do you personally feel like is working so well with your game?
I think just the mental approach, just not really getting too far ahead of myself, stay in the moment, enjoy it, and yeah, I mean, the guys in front of me have been amazing too. I think that we can't forget about that, how well we played, and just yeah, small plays, block shots here and there, and I know you guys saw obviously tonight was huge play in the first period with Slavo grabbing that off the goal line, and yeah, just I think when we get to our game, it helps me too.
Freddie, I have to ask you about your pads. I've been wondering about this for a long time now. You're 6'4", you could probably play with what, 35, 36-inch plus one. What size pad are you using?
This might be embarrassing, but I actually don't know what they're at right now.
You don't know?
I keep tinkering with them a little bit. Just different stiffness is a little bit softer now, and it helps me. I think helps me move better, and that's kind of what I've been.
Yeah, you're definitely not
landed at
maxing
right
out.
now.
They look shorter than the other goalies for your size, but it comes down to movement.
I think it's too your thigh bone, how long that is, your shins, and all that type of stuff. When you get measured, I don't really know how that all adds up, but I think I'm fairly close. But I definitely like where those the sizing is right now, and obviously movement is key, and yeah, again, you want to obviously maximize it, but you want to be able to move.
I have one more. I need to know, in the second period, you were facing a Carolina player one-on-one with your stick upside down. Do you practice that? And what was going through your head?
Yeah, I don't even know. I kind of forgot what happened now, but somehow I ended up with the stick in the wrong end, and just trying to make a save, but obviously I think he missed the net a little bit, but that would have been hell of a paddle save. But yeah, I don't think we teach it that way in the goalie schools.
I said you're playing so good that you're going to start playing with the stick upside down. So that was not the case?
No, I'd like to help the D out a little bit more with the passing the puck than that, but I think, yeah, I mean, whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Freddie, I don't know how to follow that up. I'm kind of loving this one-on-one between you and Hank going on right now.
Yeah, the goalie union.
Yeah, but you know, you've been with Carolina for some time now, and how is he able to get so much out of this group and get everybody to buy in? The minute they enter that locker room, it just feels like everybody's on the same page and fighting for one common goal.
Yeah, I think it starts day one of training camp. I mean, even before, but we establish how we want to play right away, and I think that's it's so much second nature to everyone that it helps us in these type of situations that we can fall back on it. Kind of like tonight was a little bit of a messy, I think, game until the third. We kind of jumped on it back on our game a little bit, and obviously scored a few to kind of close it out a little bit. But yeah, I think it's confidence in each other that we got the game plan down to a T, and obviously it's not going to always work that way. But I think the trust that more often than not that we're going to be where we need to be and help each other out.
FredEx, it's Ace. You're certainly delivering right now for the Carolina Hurricanes. I need to talk about your captain, Jordan Staal. He does everything for your hockey club, and talk about how he sets the tone for you guys internally in your room.
Yeah, he's the lead by example kind of guy. He just if you want to see how we're supposed to play, that's the model right there. I think he's such a strong skater, such a strong body out there, and I think he doesn't try to do extra the way he's just trying to be reliable and be a calm presence in the room too. I think that's where I think he's underrated, and just helping all the young guys out too, and everyone else.
And a quick follow-up to that, too. You've got, Ehlers been unbelievable. How was that relationship, and how much did you play in that recruiting him to come to your club? Because he's made a huge difference to your organization so far this season.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's the first time for me to play with another Dane, so that's it's a fun little thing to do. And obviously, he's brought a lot of extra dynamic skill and speed to the group, and yeah, so that's it's been a ton of fun.
Freddie, last one for me, and thank you so much for your time. I know you had a long night, but we were able to talk to Dostal, and we talked about the goaltending coaches and how it's such an important element to you guys in your position, and it hasn't really been around that long. And maybe through the difficult time and through the ups and downs, who have you been able to lean on as far as coaches, or maybe your goaltending partners throughout the years, especially Bussy this year?
Yeah, I mean, Buzzy's what he's been doing this year. It's been unbelievable. So obviously, that's it's funny how that works. You come in and play hot, and give me a good chance to kind of continue to work on my game, and really with Paul Schoenfelder, our goalie coach here, he's been really supportive and just kind of continue to build good habits. And I think that's the key. There's so many things you can't predict and control in this game, and as a goalie, you really just you're playing reactionary the whole time, and you want to set yourself up with being in good positions and a good mindset. That's going to take you the furthest, and that's really what we've been focusing on throughout the year.
Well, Freddie, you've been brilliant so far in this postseason. Really enjoy watching you play. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thanks, guys.
Congrats, Freddie.
I mean, it is pretty wild just to go back. And I mean, for us, we're here every night, and it seems like a long time ago, but it really wasn't that long ago that we were wondering if Brendan Bussy was going to be the starter in the postseason for this team. And he struggled down the stretch despite having a great season. But really, the numbers for Freddie were not good in the regular season, but he has been just marvelous. And I want to go back, and I know we got a little bit of video of Freddie Andersen tonight. Not very busy, but this is a different Freddie. This is big moment. You make a big save in the game.
Yeah, it was 3-1 Carolina at the time, right? And this could have easily made it a one-goal game with 15 minutes left. And I just thought he was tremendous. This is the one opportunity that Konechny had, as I mentioned, about 15. And this is at about the 12-minute mark. And once again, you have a guy parked in front right there, and he allows no rebound. And this is the ensuing face-off. And 2 times tonight, D-zone draws resulted in goals for Carolina. And I mean, it's just a big swing of momentum, and when he had to be big, he was big. And a great play, obviously, by Martinook in the middle of the ice. And you saw a lot of these flip plays, and you've been seeing a lot of them throughout the playoffs and really in the NHL during the regular season when facing any type of pressure coming at you. Put it in the neutral zone, live to fight another day. But when it comes to goaltending, obviously such a valuable and important position, especially for the Carolina Hurricanes, where, seems to be low-scoring hockey some nights, but when he's been tested at very important moments of these games, he's came up big, and those types of swings are important come a playoff run.
Yeah, and we talked about this going into the game. Playing a goal for Carolina, you are going to face around 20 shots a game. So it's going to come down to 2-3 very important parts or moments in that game where you need to come up with the saves. Other goalies are used to 25, 30, 35 shots in a game. You're in it. Here, kind of reminds me a little bit about, Brodeur playing for New Jersey. A lot of structure, around 20 shots, but you need to come up with those big saves at the right time, and that's what he's doing right now. Because early on, if he's not coming up with those saves in that first period, it's a different game. He didn't let Philly get any confidence in this game. They had to earn everything out there. So, he touched on it. It starts with confidence, just being calm, and he knows with this team too. It might be a 4-minute stretch where he needs to come up with a couple of saves, and then things will just turn for them because they're that good right now.
And we're seeing a little bit of durability, too. A few different times in tonight's game, the Flyers players ran into Freddie, where we're kind of holding our breath, hoping that he was okay, which he was. We also saw some gamesmanship, too, Hank. And Cam York was going that blue paint. Looked like Freddie stuck his right leg out there and drew a penalty. It was kind of sneaky on his part, but you do whatever you can to make things happen. Like here's the play right here. Is York's going the front of the net. Look at that right leg going forward there, man. A little accidental on purpose. Great call with the control room being on that right away. Like, I know, Biz, you're all over the officiating this game, but that's a heads-up play by Freddie Andersen, just sucking that guy in.
Hey, it's what you can get away with. Accidentally on purpose, the goalies can do that too. And I know it feels like 6 hours ago, but Flyers came out firing in this game. I thought the first period they were excellent. Konechny had that breakaway early on. It ended up hitting Freddie's pad and then the post. Martone hit the post. And I know those are missed opportunities, well, at least the Martone one, but you mentioned his size, and he doesn't look maybe as big as he is, like 6'4". That's a pretty big stature. So he's taken away a lot of the net. So these guys are trying to pick these corners, and they're hitting a lot of posts. I think there was about 4 or 5 posts in tonight's game. So, you know, credit Freddie for coming out challenging and making it very difficult on this Flyers team for scoring goals, especially early on, keeping them in it. And I thought the ice was tilted, and Philly did a great job, but you know, he was there to hold the fort.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to say the Flyers, the last 2 games, especially the way they finished the last game in overtime and the way they started this game, played really good hockey. And they played very good hockey 5-on-5, even strength. The problem is, like, they can't win a special teams battle. And this is a highly penalized second-round series.
Yeah.
But the goals are going to come via power play and shorthanded, and the Flyers can't have this. They need to be even strength.
During the regular season, you might get away with bad power play at times. You might catch teams an off night. Not in the second round of the playoffs. Teams are too good now. Attention to detail is too high. You're gonna have to figure something out when it comes to the power play, because it's such a big part, especially when you're playing a team that's playing so well defensively with a goaltender playing that well. I mean, that's their chance to get into the game and get their top guys on the score sheet. So they need to go back to the drawing board here and figure something out real quick.
Yeah, I mean, we knew coming into the playoffs, Philly's power play was not great. I mean, but you have to credit Carolina. You go back to last series, Ottawa had, I believe, 1 goal on 18 power play chances in the 4 games. Now, they didn't get credit with a shorthanded goal because the time had just expired, but basically they ended up even in that series with Ottawa, if you consider it like seconds after. And then now in this series, we're 3 games in, and they're also even. Philly was able to capitalize once on the power play last game, and then you see the shorthanded goal tonight, which ends up being the game winner. So you're talking about through 7 games in playoffs being even on your penalty kill. That's remarkable and a big reason why they're 7-0.
Well, that's why I felt bad for Philadelphia after that first period. They had as good of a first period as you would expect, and they were down 1-0 against a very mature hockey club in the Carolina Hurricanes. Now, if you flip-flop that, I wouldn't be as concerned, but a young Flyers hockey club now experiencing this for the first time, playing as well as they did, and being down 1-0, that wasn't speaking well for their psyche. And eventually you saw Carolina being able to build their game and dominate this hockey game.
Yeah, it stings. You have Carolina as a franchise 11-0 when leading 3 games to none. Flyers, of course, that franchise one of 4 teams to erase an 0-3 hold to win a best-of-7. That was against the Bruins in 2010. We spoke to Freddie. Pretty calm. I wonder what Rod Brind'Amour is like inside the locker room right now.
A huge shorty goal. You gotta give props to the other guys on there. Hell of a pass by the Chief. We're talking about inches and right there. But excellent job. Who got the rope here? How was it?
Make one more, boys.